It's time for some hoops at the Time Warner Cable Arena in downtown Charlotte, North Carolina. It's the home of the Hornets, live on 2K Sports.
Charlotte ball.
Lambo, he's checked in for the Hornets. The Raptors also with a sub. Vasquez, he's checked in for Kyle Lowry. So the Raptors 5 right now. DeRozan and Ross, they're the 2 and 3. Patrick Patterson is out there with Johnson. And it's Vasquez in at the point guard position. DeRozan dishes to Johnson. Puts it up from 17, and it's DeRozan missing. Buckets, he's checked in for Gerald Henderson. In the second half of the season, this group of teams has really heated up from beyond the arc. In third, the Hornets.
This team seems to have gotten better shooting the ball as the season has gone on. I just think they're in a great offensive groove right now.
Well, you look at Amir Johnson's offensive game, certainly a fit for today's NBA. Not really a huge post-up game repertoire, but he gets off the floor, runs the court, finishes around the rim, and he's able to spread the floor because he's a good jump shooter.
Here's Buckets. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Buckets got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Raptors trail by 3. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. I caught up with head coach Dwayne Casey. I asked him what their focal point would be defensively, and he said that Al Jefferson is at the top of their scouting report. With his smooth, low-post repertoire and mid-range shooting touch, he can put up points in a hurry. He said they'll try to steer him to his left hand as much as possible and just hope for the best. Kevin, we'll see if they can force him into a tough night.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Patterson a screen on Walker. Vasquez passes to Patterson. Outside DeRozan. Takes a 3. Another miss by DeRozan.
Now, he hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Stevenson outside. Pass to Buckets. This one for 3. Outside for Jefferson. Stevenson passes to Buckets. Sinks the 15-footer. Buckets got 8 points.
Well, he's found his game and his rhythm this quarter. He's gotten into a nice groove.
Raptors trail by 8. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Well, as far as the defense goes, Clark, that is not what's going to keep them in this lead.
Yeah, but from the other perspective, you can see just how much that dunk pumped those players up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I agree, guys. I sense a little bit of a momentum shift here. Nice work to get inside and draw the foul.
Yeah, it's obvious. The defense not going to allow many easy layups. They're going to make you earn it from the line.
The Hornets shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And their success rate from the stripe this season, about 77%.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
Williams with a clean look. Hits it from 3-point range. Williams has got his first 3 points of the game. The second quarter just getting set to start. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we've been watching from the Hornets.
A lot of hard work being put in on the glass. This is a very physical team. They're doing a nice job in the paint.
Yeah, and I think they're doing a good job gang rebounding too, Steve. Everybody's boxing out down there.
Buckets, he's in at 3. Oh, Williams out there with Brian Roberts. Then there's Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And it's Zeller in at the 5, home in the paint. So that's the lineup for Charlotte.
Yeah, the defender draped all over him.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
He's off on the second.
Amir Johnson drafted straight out of high school back in 2005. Now in his 10th season in the NBA, and he's only entering his prime now.
Raptors trail by 3. Here's Williams, and it's blocked. The pass to Williams. finished off the break. Williams has got his first points in this one. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Hornets.
What great hustle defensively through 2 quarters of play, contesting everything, starting to rack up those block shots, guys.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break. And, you know, I'm all for young players going to college to develop, not only athletically, but socially and personally. But Amir Johnson is an example of a player who came straight out of high school, didn't play a whole lot at first, but has continued to work and has really rounded into a valuable player now.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Kicks it to Fields. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful...
I like it. I like it.
All day long.
For Toronto. A minute 20 left now here in the second. And Amir Johnson quietly one of the Raptors' best players. Steve, a very good player at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, he's a plus-minus stud for this team. He's a high-percentage scorer who also defends at a very high level. So this is a good two-way player.
DeMar DeRozan is starting to piece it together. I mean, we see him upping his scoring average. He's shooting it better. He's passing the ball with more confidence. He's becoming more efficient. You know, after a big extension from the Raptors, I think they've got to be pleased with his progress.
And the Hornets making a change here. Zeller's checked in.
Good. I like the way they're working the ball inside, because when you do that, you get higher percentage shots, and typically good things happen.
Hansbrough a screen on Walker. Here is Vasquez. Last game we saw him score 13. And DeRozan kicks to Vasquez. Shot clock at 6. Count that one. And it's 6 points for DeMar DeRozan. And guys, when you look at DeRozan, where can he take the next step?
Well, he has the physical tools to be an elite perimeter defender. He's made strides, definitely, but he has the potential, I think, to be even better than what he is right now.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
Ross dishes to Johnson. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. That's good. Now it's just a 3-point Hornets lead.
Tell you what, despite that hot start from long range, they've really gotten away from the three-point shot now.
And I know that's sacrilegious to you, Steve. I mean, being a shooter and all in your pass, you figure you should be firing away from out there at all times. But the mid-range game and in-between games served me quite well. But that hasn't been the best meal ticket for them here in the second half. You got to go with what you do best.
You know, he's got a quick trigger from that range when he senses that the defense has backed off.
And a tight game here as we end the first half.
Coach,
All right, guys. I want to go over some things before we get back out there.
And welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade. And Steve, some changes here for the Hornets. Kid Gilchrist, he's checked in for Zeller. Brian Roberts comes in for Gerald Henderson. And Mo Williams subbed in for Kemba Walker. And then for Toronto, Landry Fields comes in for Ross. And Lewis Williams subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. So for Toronto right now, Lowry and Williams, the guards. Patrick Patterson is out there with Landry Fields. And it's Johnson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Good on that shot, and with that, the Toronto lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Stevenson. Buckets for Charlotte. Well, who's had the hot hand from the 2 position over the last 10 games? Highest field goal percentages right here on the 2K leaderboard. Lewis Williams 4th.
Well, in tight or outside, these are all very reliable, very consistent shooters. You know, it's a safe option to put the ball in their hands and let them create something for themselves.
I'd say it's beyond a safe option. It's a great option. The ISO play was made for these guys. All they need is just a little room to operate, and you can count it up. Buckets.
Buckets. I like that.
Now, here is Fields. He's guarded closely. And Patterson kicks to Fields. They swipe it. One-on-one here. Here's Roberts, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And the Hornets making a change here. Zeller's checked in. The Raptors also with a sub. Vasquez comes in. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Raptors.
These long-range shots look like layups out there, guys.
Something else you like to see is how well they've shot their free throws tonight.
Williams passes to Fields. There's the dish to Vasquez. 6 to shoot. And Fields kicks to Patterson. Off target from outside.
I like the defense, guys, really getting a hand up and challenging shots.
Yeah, Steve, lurking on that shot, and that was a tough one.
Here's Buckets. Puts up the baby hook. Here's Zeller. They shoot again, and he lays it up and in. Zeller's got his first bucket in this one.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Patterson a screen on Williams. Williams attacking. Dishes to Johnson. No good.
That's an example there, guys, of contesting the shot and corralling the board. That's really all you can ask of a guy at that end of the floor.
And Zeller kicks to Williams. And the 3 ball is good. Now just a 3-point Raptor lead.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there. Definitely a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Yeah, the wise move would be to find themselves a quick shot right away.
We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter. Fields with the screen for Johnson. Vasquez kicks to Patterson. Here's Fields. Shot is blocked.
They've been strong on the board. There's no disputing that.
That's what the box score says. Still anybody's game, though.
Buckets. He's guarded by Williams. Here's Buckets. And they will call over the back on the play.
Yeah, that was kind of clumsy looking. He was not going to get away with that.
He climbed all over him like
What the heck was that?
Look it up. It's called basketball.
there.
Let's go.
Jefferson is checked in for Zeller. Lance Stevenson comes in for Brian Roberts. And Walker subbed in for Williams. And then for Toronto, Ross is checked in for Johnson. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Patrick Patterson. Walker runs the point with Stevenson flanking him. Henderson out there with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And it's Jefferson in at the foul. So that's the group out there. And some changes here for the Hornets. Zeller comes in for Kidd-Gilchrist. And it's Buckets in for Lance Stevenson. And then for Toronto, Johnson comes in for Williams. And it's Patterson in for Vasquez. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Yes, guys, I was able to hear Dwayne Casey coaching his team during that break. With his team struggling from three-point territory, he told them to start looking for more high-quality shots inside the paint. We're forcing too many threes, he said. Stop with the bombs and work it inside.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. They get it back. Zeller dishes to Walker. Goes up again, and the shot is good. The Raptor lead has been cut down to just 2 points on the bucket.
He's been a different guy in the second half, guys. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Left side, DeRozan. Tries it from 9. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Well, the Toronto Raptors, guys, looking at a rebrand for a team starting next season to celebrate their 20th anniversary in the league. Boy, time flies. New colors, Steve, and a new logo.
Yeah, they'd even considered a name change, but decided to stick with the Raptors. But a chance perhaps to go with that, bird of prey connotation rather than a dinosaur.
Pass to Buckets. Back to Walker. To the wing right side. Here's Buckets. No good with the triple.